This bit was a lot funnier in my head. Focus! Hello, my little chickadees. The time has come for me to lure men at sea to their deaths. I am partially kidding. Today's project, I'm really excited for. For today's project, we are going to be working on a slightly bigger project than the last couple. Everybody on the Patreon voted for it, which makes me super happy. I've been seeing kind of an influx of 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔, and I hope I'm saying his name right.
In France, it is said as 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔. 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔.
I have been a very long time Lady Gaga fan. I've been expressing that interest a little bit more now. I wasn't sure if it would quite fit into the cottagecore aesthetic, but since I like too many things and I want to smash them all together, hopefully you guys are okay with that. It is also inspired by a couple pieces that I've seen on Pinterest. I could have just ordered these pieces and created a set with them for the OnlyFans, but I kind of wanted to make it for myself and I wanted to add more to it. It wasn't big enough. It wasn't 𝒕𝒉𝒊𝒔 enough. Here, we need either whimsical or high fashion. First things first, the design. As you can see, I took heavy inspiration from the bodice I saw on Pinterest, along with the ears. I'm going to be, adding my own twist to them. I don't want to completely copy verbatim. And I'm going to be adding a ton of pearls. Everything. I bought a lot of pearls. Alright, let's get started. I don't even have a plan for like half of this. I don't know what the skirt, like how everything's going to attach. I haven't even thought of like the waistband. As you can see, my first attempt at creating a little template did not go very well. I tried again using duct tape and paper bags as a base. Oh, wait. My spidey senses are tingling. Nope, false alarm. Never mind.
She's done!
And that, folks, is what I call
A success.
I used larger chunks of clay to bulk up the bra a bit so I could begin to sculpt the thicker waves. Using both a wet paintbrush and my fingers, I made sure to keep the top layer of clay nice and moist so it was easier to work with as I laid down additional clay. So I'm glad I actually got to the level that I am right now, a little below boob level, because now I'm realizing how low things are, and add some more clay. She is looking good. Added some texture a little bit here with the palette knife. Got her by the fire, hoping it dries a little bit more, because the issue is the fact that it's so thick. This is dry underneath and in the middle is not. So we'll see how long it takes to dry. I'm going to, in the meantime, focus on, gosh, there are quite a few pieces with this costume. It's going to be craft clay. I'm glad I have so much, or foam clay, damn it. Another thing I forgot, I cannot find the pattern pieces to this corset, which would have made things a lot easier, or at least saved a little bit of time. So I'm gonna take this off, trace it out again. So it's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Popping a squat, I spent the morning drafting a new pattern, cutting, pinning, and playing with the giant bubble wrap-like corset I had created. Just wait, see? Look, you slap it around, you poke it, it's like bubble wrap. Oh, and being very upset with myself for forgetting to change back the iron settings. Burnt a hole right through the fabric. I might add some cardboard to the back of this and then put the clay on top of that to make it sturdy. That way I don't have a ton of clay just sitting on my shoulder, because I want it to come up and over. recipe. It's so much better than I thought it was gonna be. I was having the attacks of the panics while making this. I was really worried it was not gonna turn out well. Like, it's fraying in certain areas. The back looks way cleaner and nicer than any of my other corsets. Like, typically the bottom is always longer than one side, but I mean, hey, they line up pretty well. It's only like a centimeter off. There's another video on Instagram that's kind of blowing up. It's the same reason all the others blew up. It's just everybody arguing about whether or not I have a dingle hopper. You can't fool me. I see you for what you are. We can always tell. Vampire. This bit was a lot funnier in my head. For the headpiece, I used generic paper bags as the template, a wired headband from Amazon, and a little shim I cut a while ago because I couldn't be bothered to buy popsicle sticks. Now that the base of the headpiece is done drying, I went ahead and started to lay down some clay. Paying close attention to the reference photo, in the end, I really liked how everything turned out, but the clay did puff up on one ear, which pushed out all the detail I had carved. Next up was the extended shoulder piece. It wound up pointing away from my head and neck, which in hindsight is probably best since I had the giant ears to deal with too. Again, we rely on interfacing. I don't know if this is something people will be scoffing at, but I found this method of using duct tape plus interfacing to be really helpful when trying to figure out the shape of the belt and allow it to be sewn on the backside. It also kept the clay from snapping apart immediately when I tied it around my waist. There's been so much sculpting! I made up this little pattern piece, I don't know what you really want to call it, for my neck. So I'm squatting down now. I didn't just want to sculpt onto my neck, so I made this out of interfacing and duct tape again. Boop, took the tape off, put the interfacing in the back, cut little slits so that it would curve around where my neck would be. I already did this. There we go. I just realized that other piece was the opposite side of my neck. Oops. Glad I figured that out now. I bought 2 yards of this material, not realizing how short 2 yards actually is when it comes to material like this if you want ribbon, because I was like, I'm gonna drape this all over and it's gonna look so pretty and I'll have it like on my arms, it'll be all swooshy. No, that's it. So 2 yards, not good enough for swoosh, but it is good for a waistband. It choked. That was really gross. A mandatory side quest! We have hole. We have mushrooms. I made sure to go into the woods and find the only log that has mushrooms. It's not the only log, but they're thick. Doobie-doo. Ta-da! You know, when your mannequin stand breaks and you don't want to buy a whole new mannequin, even the insides of her are broken, but Jessica just needed some TLC. Oh god, she do this. Don't buy this mannequin. And stop making these parts out of plastic. Mannequin people, makers, stop it. It's stupid. It doesn't make any sense. It is now time for the skirt. Once ironed, I went ahead and just draped that baby around my forlorn mannequin and hand sewed the pleats I created behind the waistband. Leaving a long opening in the back where you would typically have a zipper, I then began to pin the fin-like trim around the edges and use the excess as side fins. I also took some genuine fisherman's net and added it to the hips. Oh, and I recently got me a little resin kit so I could make fake jewelry, and this seemed like the perfect chance to try it out. Heartburn. We've made some progress today. I've got the belt drying. I added extra contact cement to the back of it, added some more interfacing so that I could make it into a belt. We haven't finished the skirt, there's still all the detailing. I want to add to it with all the pearls and everything. I'm gonna take the base off, take the whole mannequin outside, cover up the corset, and then spray paint the bust, the booba. There's been a lot of boob in this video. Going to spray paint that with mirror effect spray paint, just like I did all the other pieces. Then I'm gonna go over everything again with the iridescent paint. It looks really pretty as it dries, so I know at the very least that this paint will make everything sparkly. Once everything is totally dry and painted, I'm gonna go over everything once more with all the details, all the pearls, all the diamonds, all the little things that I want to add to it. I got so much. I don't think I've even shown you guys all the stuff I got. So yeah, this box is just full with little tiny things. And these are half cut, so I'll be able to glue the backs of them to stuff. I also got these for my face for the reveal. And then I got this. This is the belt. It is drying. I'm gonna add more contact cement to that. It's going swimmingly, boys. I've got everything dried. It is set. I have a couple extra little things I need to glue here and there. Apart from that, we're going to be getting to paint testing today. Are you ready, boys? It's time. I'm so sorry. Carry on. Turns out when the label says iridescent, it means it. That frickin' paint was merely a suggestion of color. So I combined green, blue, and purple paints in various piles with some white acrylic paint. Well, my life just flashed before my eyes, and by life flashing before my eyes, I mean, I'm an idiot. Leaving the paint that spilled on the skirt to dry so I could scrape it off later, I cleaned up the net, then did the big brain thing of wrapping a towel around the very stainable material. I'm an artist. I don't know why I have back problems. No idea. None. I wound up using less pearls and diamonds than I thought. My make it bigger gene was in a tight battle with the part of me that didn't want to keep gluing stuff to the silky material that I couldn't take off later. The final bulky piece that I needed to construct was the necklace. To make sure the stretchy knitting didn't move around a bunch, I placed some duct tape sticky side up on my neck and placed both the piece of netting and the sculpted neck pieces on top of it. This video may say 3 days, but hand sewing these pearls between work and classes made this project go on for like 6 or 7 days. I swear it was just 30-minute intervals of sewing these damn pearls into the netting. I topped everything off with a cute flowery detailing I picked up from the thrift store, placed multiple diamonds and pearls in various places on the entire outfit, and realizing just how long I had been at this, it was time to call it a day. But it's done! I'll be able to get makeup on tomorrow and look frazzled and film the reveal. Woo! Okay, good night! See you in the reveal! She be done. I have a lot of negatives and positives with this costume. We'll hit the negatives first just to get that out of the way. I think the skirt turned out to be really, really boring. On film, it just, I don't know, it left a lot to be desired. There was just too much negative space. I was trying to go for a specific silhouette, which I accomplished straight on, but if I were like standing to the side at all, it didn't really show, so there was that. I also should have planned for that little point at the bottom of the corset. It should not have been there. It did not line up very well with the belt, so whatever. Negatives aside, positives, I'm very happy with the sculpting. I thought the sculpting turned out great. I thought that was really cute. I thought the photos turned out great. I really like those, so I am happy with a lot of this. The parts of it that I'm unhappy with, we can fix, or we can add to in the future. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. The next video is going to be a smaller project again, but this time we're going to have a sponsor, which I'm very, very, very excited about. I am officially an affiliate for 𝒍𝒂𝒊𝒄𝒌 on Instagram, and you can use my discount code RED10 to get 10% off at checkout with any of their products. I love, love, love you guys. I appreciate your support so very much. You're helping me to achieve the dreams, I guess. Achieve and achieve. I don't know, man. I'll see you in the next video. Keep you updated. Thank you for being here. Mwah.